There it is, little thing. I've been cooking on this little cook stove for at least 6 years, and I'm getting tired of it. I want something more. This is out of here. Bye-bye. Wow, look at that. Handle this only, it says. I can now bake during the summertime and cook on the top because it's too hot in the summer to use that great big oven. But this way I can make stuff like biscuits and cakes and casseroles in the heat. And if it gets too hot in here, we can even take this outside and cook outside with it. Woo! Can't wait to try it out. It is the Camp Chef, and I ordered it on Amazon, and it was $300, give or take, somewhere in there. So yeah, we're gonna try it out. I think it's gonna pay for itself in the first week, at least in my opinion. Can't wait to get started on it. So PJ and I decided to take the stove outside to cook. My very first thing in it is biscuits. And they had to be up to 475 degrees, and we really didn't want to heat the house up today. And so we brought it outside, and here's the result. I'm pretty darn pleased with it. We're going to have biscuits and gravy for Shabbat. And the smell, ooh, those biscuits smell really good. So I'm pleased with this purchase and the performance of this piece of equipment. All right, bless y'all. Don't forget, it's called a Camp Chef stove. And I think they call it a camping stove. Outdoor camp oven. That's what they call it. All right, shalom, y'all. It's our extra bonus footage. Sorry if it's a little shaky. I just got done weeding. But this area, if you look just beyond, was totally grassy. Ooh, that is really shaky. That might be better. A little bit. And so what I did is I laid down the 4mm black plastic, 3 different sheets, 10 by 25, and then I just let it sit there. Now, it does occasionally get weeds popping up through, but right here is a tomato plant that I planted, and then I don't know why the bucket works. I saw a neighbor do it, but the bucket works. That plant was little, and now it's getting bigger, and I'll take the bucket off. Those are popping through, but what I do with the plastic from this section is just flip it over and use it as weed killer around the few plants that I have up here that are actually vegetables. That's a potato, that's a wild carrot, I'll pull that. And then in this bucket, another tomato, another potato, another tomato. And it will kill down all this weed that was growing along the edge. And then I am going to plant cow peas in this section. And then when PJ's ready, he is going to plant pumpkins in that section. And you've already seen just a little bit beyond. That's where my turnip patch is. I have it divided out with like a little bit of wood. But my plan next for that is I've ordered some weed cloth, and I will go around the bed with the weed cloth, and that last bit of black will be milo. It's going to be an experiment in milo, and so that's water catchment, and so is that, to the extent that it does. I mean, it's not perfect. It could be much better, but it's just me up here. And then I also laid that plastic piece to kill some of the weeds for better access, because you can see on the edge the weeds get really tall. Yeah, I'm moving the camera really fast on it. The weeds get really tall, and so what I did do right there is use my hoe and just lop them down a little bit, and I used my curved blade, like corn knife, to just cut some back here and leave it, because it's an alright mulch. Once it's dry, it's an alright mulch. It's not perfect, but it's better than nothing, because the soil is kind of clay and it's very, very dry. So once I put the cowpeas down and they come up, I will mulch around them. And that is your bonus section. I hope you learned something and it somehow is helpful to you. Shalom.